Hello YouTube, it's gopernoper, and today we're taking a look at the Signet 80 rangefinder camera, made by Kodak. This model was the last of the Kodak Signets, and it is widely the fanciest of all of them. And it is an interchangeable lens camera. It's very neat, so let's get right into it. On the front of the camera, we have the frame counter. That's in a very unusual location. On the bottom, we actually have a film speed setting down here with that black dot, and the shutter speed. This is for the EV selection to be used with the meter, which I'll get into in a moment. The focusing nub and focus ring, aperture selection, which is right here, lens release, shutter speed dial, meter window, rangefinder windows, film advance, shutter button, meter knob, and ASA selector, and a cold shoe. On the back, we have a slot for film tabs, which are stored in the top of the case. I'm not going to get into those because that would take far too much time. The rewind switch, film advance again, and backdoor release. On this side we just have a slot for a flash holder, which I do not own. On the bottom we have tripod socket and rewind knob. So to load the film, it uses a very unusual quick loading system. Place the film cartridge in here, lock it in place, drag the leader across, and thread it into the opening. Then close the back and press the wind button until it resists. See right there. Now you can fire the shutter. So, to take a photo, first advance the film. You can take up to 3 presses to do so. First, point your meter at your subject, and mine is operational. Then set your ASA by pushing this knob back or forward. I normally shoot with ASA 200, so that's what I have all of my cameras set to. Then take the red arrow and line it up with the white line. Then that gives you your exposure value. Flip the camera over. Select your shutter speed, excuse the voice crack, on this dial. Then select your aperture by rotating this knob until your EV comes up in the window. So again, I have exposure value 8 or 7.5. So you flip it over. Then you take this small black line, line it up with your shutter speed by twisting the small knob there, 1/250th. Then rotate the large dial until your exposure value shows up in the window. And since it's dark in here, I can't find it exactly, but I'm going to move on. Then of course you would look into the finder, and then this uses a rangefinder system, which means you point it at your subject and you press the focusing knob until the 2 split images created by the finder come together. Now this is a bit difficult to do on camera, but if you have a rangefinder to play around with, it becomes much more obvious. Then press the shutter button. Then repeat the process as many times as necessary to finish off the roll. Remember, the frame counter is down here. Now if you want to go ahead and use all manual mode, which I would prefer to do, simply set your aperture and shutter speed, whichever combination you like, frame it, focus it, and fire. So now, to take off the lenses, it uses a very unusual scissor lock mounting system. What you do is this small switch right here is pushed up and then the entire black piece is slid out. Now you can simply lift the lens straight out. I have the 50mm Ektra kit lens, which is not a problem. There are 3 other lenses. I'm not sure what the focal lengths are off the top of my head. Now I'm going to show you all of the shutter speeds. First is 1/250th of a second. 1/60th. 1/30th. 1/15th. 1/8th. 1/4. And bulb. So mine does lag a bit on deploy between bulb and 1/4 of a second, but it's not much of an issue because I don't intend to shoot with shutter speeds that low. To reinsert the lens, line up this pin with the slot, set the lens into place, and then push the black plastic piece in to remount your lens. Now to use the other lenses, an auxiliary finder would be provided on top of the camera right here, which would slip into the cold shoe. However, I do not have the accessory or the extra lenses, but I really don't mind. Now once you finish your roll of film, what you want to do is press this rewind switch until you see the winder push out just a little bit. Next, unfold your rewind lever and then turn it clockwise or in the direction of the arrow until your film is wound back. Fold the lever down, press the back opening clasp up down, open up the back, and remove your cassette. I'm only going to demonstrate these two on this. Now, it's actually designed to not let you fire the shutter when the back is open, which is why it's not working for me. Sometimes it does, but it's very finicky about this because it's only supposed to work when either the back is closed or there's film in the camera. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.